Loom Outreach is arguably one of the best, if not the best, outreach strategy when starting and scaling your marketing agency. This is personally the only outreach strategy that I focused on within the first 2 years of my agency, which led to optimal scalability. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you guys the exact framework of this Loom Outreach strategy, which is applicable to any niche that you're in. We'll cover exactly what you need to do as well as what you need to say, which will allow you to go ahead and book more calls as well as close more deals at your agency. Now, this is just one of 15 videos in our free training series available in our Skool community. And if after watching this video you find it valuable, I want to go ahead and invite you to click the link in the description and join our free Skool community, where you will get access to the whole training series. As a member of our free Skool community, you not will only get in-depth training, but you're also going to go ahead and get access to every single piece of material that I personally use at the agency. Additionally, you will have direct access to me, where you can ask me any questions you may have along your agency journey and get a response within the same day. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the training. All right, so in this video, I'm going to go ahead and teach you what's referred to as the perfect cold video pitch. And this essentially is going to be the ultimate Loom outreach video. Now, to be honest, this, for the first 2.5 years of my agency, and even the SEO agency that I used to run prior to my paid ads agency, this was the only form of outreach that I did. And this works really amazing for all the reasons I'm going to go ahead and list to you in this video. So please make sure you watch this video in its entirety, because I honestly believe that this video is going to be a game changer when actually outreaching to prospects. Not only that, okay, but I'm also going to have a video right after this that's going to show you how to automate this, because this video is going to take you anywhere between 10 minutes to 15 minutes to record. I'm going to show you exactly how you can automate this and make it just be 1 minute, okay? To record a 15-minute video, I'm going to show you how to do it within 1 minute, okay? And that's going to be in the next video after this one, but you have to understand this video in order to make that work. So please pay attention. This is the only outreach that we do. Even if we send DMs, even if we send email, we still do it this way, in the sense that we send a Loom outreach video. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. And first thing I want to say is that I want to give credit where credit is due, okay? And this guy right here, Jeremy Hanks, at Jeremy on Instagram, he actually is the one that taught me this, okay? He coined the term perfect cold video pitch, and I learned this from him, to be honest with you. There's a video on YouTube from 5 years ago where he teaches this for his agency, Megalodon Marketing, where he teaches, okay, here's how we reach out to clients, okay, by using something called the perfect cold video pitch. In other words, Loom outreach. Now, you can go ahead and watch that video, but I can honestly tell you this video is going to explain it significantly better than any video on the internet. But I just had to give credit where credit is due. This is where I learned this outreach strategy, and quite frankly, I've been doing it for the past 4+ years. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. So in today's video, you're going to learn what is the perfect cold video pitch. You're going to go ahead and cover why the perfect cold video pitch, in my opinion, is the best outreach method. We'll give you the actual 6 steps of crafting the perfect cold video pitch. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and skim through the actual perfect cold video pitch script, which you are going to have access to linked right underneath this video. So let me go ahead and show you actually what that looks like. That's going to be this right here. It's going to be linked right underneath this video, so please do take advantage of that. Now let's go ahead and go back to our presentation. Okay, so note we're going to have a separate video that is going to show you exactly how you can automate this exact process. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll have a video covering this exact topic, but you need to understand this in order to make that work. And lastly, this Loom outreach will take you about 10 minutes to 15 minutes to record. The automation is going to narrow it down to 1 minute. So exciting stuff. But you have to, like I said, master this automation process before first. And as we mentioned, this pitch is going to be linked down below, the actual script. And what I'm also going to include in the script, guys, is an example perfect cold video that I personally have recorded and sent to a prospect. Is going to be available within this doc. After you watch this training, I want you to go ahead and watch that so you can get a real life example of this outreach strategy at play. Just know when you first start, you're going to sound awkward. awkward. You might not know what to say. You're gonna replay the video and say, oh my god, like this is so cringe. Okay, and that's totally fine. Like this video that you're gonna watch, this is after me sending literally like maybe more, close to 1,000 or a little over 1,000 videos. Okay, so just know that you're gonna sound awkward at first, but don't worry. Over time you'll get better at it. And I linked a video in this document just so you can see, like, okay, what does this look like based on everything that I learned today. So here I'm gonna break it down, and then I'll show you a video of exactly how I went ahead and did all of this, right? Pitched a prospect, and again, you'll find that link in the script. So what is the perfect cold video pitch? Well, if you think of it, so what is the perfect cold video pitch? Well, it's a 5 to 10 minute pitch where you, the agency owner, provides a prospect with a CPR, a clear process to revenue, in a video format. Okay, that's literally all it is. It's a Loom Outreach, 5-minute video, 5 to 10 minute video, could be more. Okay, but it's basically where you, the agency owner, the objective is that you show them a clear process to revenue. Here's where they are, here's where I can take them to, or here's what you're doing, here's what you can do better, in a video format. Okay, not written email, not a DM, in a video format. Now, why the perfect cold video pitch? Okay, well, if you think about it, personalized videos is an underutilized form of pitching. Okay, because it takes less effort to actually blast 100 emails at once rather than record a 5 to 10 minute video. If I can tell you anything, is that agency owners, okay, are freaking lazy, and they would rather send 100 emails, in 5 minutes, blast 100 emails in 5 minutes rather than actually recording a video. Okay, I like to go the extra mile, because Mark Twain had a quote which said, when you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to stop and reflect. So while everybody is blasting hundreds of emails, okay, that are not personalized, that provide no value, I'm taking the time to record a 10-minute video, sharing the prospect's website, sharing the ads that they're running, sharing what they can do better. Okay, because that actually works better. Okay, now it does take more time than blasting 100 emails, but if you don't want to be average, if you don't want to be like everyone else, if you actually want to succeed, you have to do what others are not willing to do. And this goes to the point that personalized videos is underutilized. Okay, is very much underutilized. Now, business owners get pitched virtually every single day. Okay, and with the perfect cold video pitch, this is a value-driven form of pitching which allows you to stand out from the rest. Given the example of everyone else blasting these emails, you don't want to be just another email in an inbox. You want to stand out, and the fact that we actually take the time to record this video for a client allows us to stand out from other brands. You don't know how many times I've gotten a call with business owners that became clients, and then down the road they tell me, the only reason we signed with you, one of the main reasons, is that the way you pitched us was so awesome. You recorded a video, you greeted yourself, you told me what the video is about, you showed me my website, you showed me what I'm doing right, showed me what I'm doing wrong, okay, and then you said, hey, you want to hop on a call, schedule a call, and we'll do it. She's like, everyone else sees me as a transaction. They're just sending me, these emails and these DMs that provide no value. So you want to stand out, guys, and the way to stand out is to be different than everyone else. In this case, record a Loom Outreach video that is value driven, which will allow you to stand out from the rest. And to be honest, most business owners will appreciate this. The fact that you took the time to record a video for them and audit their marketing strategy, unlike everyone else who simply sees them as a transaction. So like I said, I've had at least 3 clients that told me this, that the reason they signed on with us is because we actually took the time. They're like, thank you for actually taking the time, doing your research. Clearly, that's the best way to do it. Now, tools. So what are the tools that you're going to need for the perfect cold video pitch? So for all the tools that we're going to mention in this video, just know that I recorded a separate video on this training covering these tools as well as many other tools. So you're going to go ahead and watch that video, which will explain to you exactly how to use these tools. But in this part of this video, I just want to show you what tools we're going to be using. So the first one is going to be hunter.io, and this is an email scrape-in plugin, which allows us to scrape a bunch of leads, but also track the emails. We're going to use Loom, which is a video recording software, and then we're going to use the lead tracker, which is the document that we put together for you guys, which will help you store, organize, and manage your prospects. So let's take a look at each one. For the first one, Hunter.io, the first thing is it allows you to scrape emails off of a site if there are any on the site. So if you go to, let's say, Gymshark.com and you have the Hunter.io Chrome extension downloaded, you can just click on the Chrome extension, and then what it will do is it have a drop-down menu, and it'll show you the emails of the founder, the emails of the support team, the emails of the marketing team. So this Chrome extension allows you to do that. It allows you, with a click of a button, give you all the emails that are on the site, categorized by who's who. So this is great when you're actually reaching out to these people, because you can send the video to the right email, as opposed to going to the contact us page and spending 2 to 3 to 5 minutes trying to find the best email. Next thing is it allows us to see the date and time that the email is opened. So when you actually send the email, right before you hit send, there's a little button, and once you turn it on next to the send button inside your Google or any mail provider that you use, it will actually tell you if someone opened the email. So you send it, you go back to the email, and it will say this person opened the email at 12:30 p.m. on January 1st. You can also see if it's viewed on desktop and mobile, and I find this pretty cool, right? The fact that you can see it's desktop and mobile won't really do anything for you, but it does offer the fact that you can see that. Also, what it will do is it'll allow you to see how many times the email has been opened. So this is very cool, because I had one email that was actually opened 10 times, and I was like, damn, this business owner came back to the email 10 different times. What this tells me is that there's a high level of interest, as opposed to someone who opened it once or opened it 0 times. So this is pretty cool, because the more times the email has opened, meaning this customer came back to this email multiple times, which will essentially tell us that we need to follow up with them. So that is Hunter.io. Now let's go to Loom, and Loom allows you to record your screen with the option of recording yourself in the screen. So as you guys can see here, this is exactly actually what I'm using. What's cool is Loom, you can record your face, you can actually make it full screen, right? Sorry about the darkness, it's 1 a.m. when I'm recording this video, but this is what's cool about Loom, is you can actually do that, right? It allows you to record your screen, it allows you to move this wherever you would like, and what's also cool about it, which let's see, we'll go over that now, is it notifies you when a video has been opened. So when you send a video to an individual, it will send you an email saying that someone viewed your video for the first time. Okay. Now, this plan, they have a free plan, and then it's $499 a month. So for the free plan, I believe you have up to 100 videos. And then after 100 videos, you have to buy the paid plan, which I think is either $5 or $10. I have 2 accounts with each account almost, so one account over 1,000, the other account at around 800. It's so well worth the $5 to $10 a month, because you get unlimited videos, and it's a really awesome platform that I use literally every single day. And the last thing with Loom, so with Loom, it'll send you an email, like we said. You could record yourself, send a video to an individual. What's great about it is it gives you a link. Okay, so it gives you a link, and you can send it to that person, as opposed to, let's say, recording the video, downloading it, open it to Google Drive, uploading it to Google Drive, and then sending it to someone. This does it via a link. So Loom Outreach, that's the second tool that we're going to be using. And then the last one is we're going to use the lead tracker, which is a Google Sheet spreadsheet that we put together, which allows you to store all your prospects in one leads. It allows you to stay organized by filtering prospects based on where they are in the customer journey, kind of like how we spoke in the beginning of this video. And that is the tools. Okay, those are the 3 tools that we're going to be using. Again, for Loom and Hunter.io, please refer to the other video where we go over the 9 tools if you need more clarifications on how those work. Now I want to go ahead and talk about the 6-step process. Okay, so the 6-step process for the perfect cold video pitch. So I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how I personally go about pitching prospects. What you should take from this is the formula plus my script and tweak it to fit your niche, your agency, and your experience. So I'm basically giving you guys the framework, okay? And what I would like you to do is tweak it, because so I'm basically going to go ahead and give you guys the actual framework and give you guys examples and show you even a video of me doing this. And what you want to take away is, how can I take this and tweak it to my own niche, my experience, and my agency? Okay, so I'll give you the framework, and you'll go ahead and tweak it based on exactly what you're offering, as well as your niche. So step number 1 is establish who you are and what you want, okay? So within the first 10 seconds of the video, you need to establish exactly who you are and why the heck you are sending them this video, okay? Business owners don't have the time to mess around, okay? If you don't tell them who you are and why you're sending this video within the first 10 seconds, there's a good chance that they're not going to watch past the first 10 seconds. So my hook when doing this perfect close video pitch was within the first 3 seconds. I say the purpose of this video is to show you how we generated $450,000 in 30 days for this brand with Facebook and Instagram ads. Now it's a little bit different. I actually, the numbers are different and a bit more specific, but you get the point, right? Within the first 10 seconds, they know that the purpose of this video is I'm going to show you how we generated $500,000 in 30 days for a brand very similar to yours with Facebook and Instagram ads. Automatically they're like, huh, okay, cool, great, I want to watch this. Or maybe they don't want to watch it, but the point is that we conveyed the message to them that this is what they're going to expect in this video, okay? Now, before you start rambling on, it's important to spend a few seconds telling them what they can look forward to in the next few minutes. Give them a reason as to why they should spend 5 or 10 minutes of their time listening to what you have to say, okay? So after I tell them exactly, who I am and the point of this video, the purpose of this video. So the purpose of this video is giving them a glimpse of like, why am I sending this? Okay. Now what I want to do is establish what they can expect in the next 5 minutes. Okay. So it's kind of the same thing, but different. The beginning is, here's the purpose of this video. Okay, great. Now I know why this person sent me this. And then the next thing is, here's what he's going to show me in the next 5-10 minutes. So for me personally, this is what I say. Now what I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes is show you the different ad platforms that we advertised on, as well as show you exactly how much we spent versus how much we generated for this brand within your niche selling very similar products. This way you can go ahead and compare the results that we're able to generate this client to the results that you are currently getting with your ads. Okay. So you guys see, like, in, I don't know how long that is, maybe 15 seconds or so, definitely two sentences, I gave them an idea as to what they look forward to. And if we go ahead and dissect this, okay, so I say here, what I'm going to do in the next 5 minutes, show you the different platforms that we're advertising on, because this person in particular that I'm pitching, most businesses that I'm pitching are already running ads. So I'm showing them, I'm telling them I'm going to show you different ad platforms that we advertised on for brands very similar to you, selling similar products within your same niche. So if I was an e-commerce brand owner and someone sent me this video, I'm like, okay, well, I want to see what my competitors are doing. Okay, I want to see the different platforms they're advertising on. And then the next sentence I say, this way you can go ahead and compare the results I'm going to share with you in this case study to the results that you're currently getting from your ads. So this is like the cherry on top. What I'm telling them here is like, okay, I see that you're running ads, right? And I'm going to compare the results that we got to the results that you got. And again, if I was an e-commerce brand owner, I'm going to want to watch that, okay? Because it's not every day that you see real-time results that competitors of yours are actually generating, okay? Right? You guys have to understand, like, we're using like fundamental human psychology when we're pitching, and you can start to see why this is significantly more important than or more effective than, let's say, doing email blasts, right? Because we're literally giving them, we're feeding into what they want, okay? Which in this case is they want to see what John down the street is doing. They want to see what their competitors are doing, okay? So this right here is the next thing that I say, which, like I said, is basically giving them something forward, right? We're leading and pacing. We're telling them this is what you can look forward to in the next 5 minutes. That is step one, establishing who we are and what we want, okay? Now, step number 2 is establishing authority and social proof. So now that we have established, now that they know who we are, the purpose of this video, and what they're going to learn in the next 5 minutes, we have to go ahead and establish some authority, okay? So before you go into detail into your prospects, before you can go into detail to what your prospect needs to know, you got to tell them a little bit about yourself. So over here, you want to spend 45 to 60 seconds, build some social proof and authority on your eyes. In their eyes. So the way I look at this perfect cold video pitch, at least the way I've constructed it, guys, is that it's like a building block. It's like you're building a house. Every brick has a purpose that it's there. So everything that we're saying is being said with purpose, okay? In this case, like I said, we established who we are. what the point of the video is, what they can learn, okay? And now we want to go ahead and tell them a little bit about ourselves, okay? So that they can like and trust us, okay? So by the time we get on the call, they already know a bit about us. And again, we want to use social proof here. So how do we do that? Well, we do that by positioning ourselves as someone who can really help them based on past and current experience. And you can do this by going over the following. Explain that you're a specialist in the niche of your certain service, the number of clients you've worked with, the total money that you spent on Facebook or other platforms, or the total revenue that you have generated your clients. So here, what I typically say, let me actually see if I shared something here. I'll actually show you here. So let me go to this, okay? So I messed up with the slide. This is actually supposed to be right after here. So these are the 4 things that we're going to do. Establish that we're a specialist in the niche, the number of clients that we worked with, total money that we spent on Facebook ads, as well as total revenue we generated for our clients. Now, here's exactly what I say, okay? This is exactly what I say, okay? What I tell them is a little bit about myself. Again, my name is MJ. I own SF Analytica, a digital marketing agency that helps Muslim/Arab brands scale their business with paid ads. Over the past 15 months, we've worked with 12 brands, spending over $10 million in ad spend and generating them over $35 million in revenue. Okay, so if we go back to these 5 things, you'll see here that we explained that we're a specialist in that specific niche. In this case, my niche is e-commerce, and even more niche down, Arab and Muslim brands. So we tell them we work with Arab/Muslim brands. We identified ourselves as a specialist within that niche, automatically connecting with them and their brand. We then talk about the number of clients that we worked with. Okay, we've worked with 12 brands, we worked with 12 brands. That's what we mentioned here, number of clients that we worked with. Total money you spent on Facebook. We say we've spent this much money on Facebook. We spent $10 million on Facebook and different ad platforms. And then total revenue generated between me and my media buyer ever since we started running ads, we've generated a total of $35 million. So I hope you guys see here like the 4 steps of establishing authority. Okay, and again, we're just adding brick on brick. So this is exactly how you would go ahead and do that. Now, maybe you don't have these numbers or you don't have this expertise, and obviously this is not your niche. But like I said in the beginning of this video, you're going to tailor this to fit your niche, your experience, and the services that you're offering. Okay, so that is step number 2, establishing authority. And you're going to do that by mentioning these 4 things. And over here, you want this to be 40 to 60 seconds. As you guys can see here, like this was less than 40 seconds. Me reading this was maybe like, 20 seconds. You want to make this quick. The point of this is just we want to establish authority, show some social proof, and then just move on to the next thing. Now, step 3, showcasing current clients. So as we mentioned, we have helped X amount of clients. In the previous step, we realized that a lot of our clients, turned prospects, tend to ask us if they see the brands that we're currently working with. So I don't recommend you skip this if you have current or past clients, especially if they are in the same niche. So what I'm getting at here is that the brands that we've worked with in the past, they actually tell us, well, can you show me some results, So what I did before, I didn't used to do this, but I started doing it, which was showcasing results, just really quick, just so that people know that we're not, lying to them, quite honestly, right? Because when you tell someone I've spent $10 million in ad spend and generated $35 million in revenue, sometimes they're like, I don't know, man, these people pitch me all the time. How do I know you're telling the truth or lying? So what we like to do is we like to go ahead and instead of having them ask us, can you show us results? We do that before they even ask us, okay? So we take a few seconds here, maybe a minute or so, to actually show them some results, okay? And again, if you have results already and you've worked with clients in the past, and especially if they're in the same niche, I highly recommend that you don't skip this. I highly recommend that you actually show the results, because from my experience, even the people that became clients still asked us to see this. So you can imagine if they're not a client, they're just going to be more skeptical. Now the goal here is to install FOMO in your prospect by showing them John from down the street is doing and how the prospect is doing him or herself a disservice by not offering his service. by not using your service. So here, not only are we showing them results because we realize that clients want to see results, but we also want to go ahead and install FOMO in them. Okay, keep in mind, we're pitching the same niche. People that are in the same niche most likely selling similar products, if not the same product. So when we show them, we're like, hey, look what John down the street is doing. Here's how we were able to generate him results. And guess what? If you are not doing it, you're doing yourself and your business and your family a disservice. Okay, so again, the goal here, one of the goals is to install FOMO and let them know that they need to use our services. Now, if you're already working with a skincare brand and your prospect is a skincare brand, this sets you up for success because the client will be able to relate and get a sense of FOMO. So again, I'm just using the example here. You know, if you are a skincare brand, right, you worked with skincare brand and you're showing them results of skincare brand. Well, guess what? If I'm a skincare brand owner and you're showing me these results and I'm not doing what you're showing me, I'm going to have a sense of FOMO, okay, for the most part. So that is step number 3, is showcasing current results, okay? Now, step number 4 is actually pulling out the receipts, okay? And what do we mean here, okay? So pulling out the receipts is if you actually share results of current campaigns with your prospect, then you will significantly increase the likelihood that they will book a meeting with your agency. The goal here is to show them the best results, daily, weekly, monthly results. And if your prospect hires you, it will be to generate them more money. So skip the unimportant metrics and get to the metrics that they actually care about. So it's not enough to, just tell them we've worked with this brand and we've generated them this much. It's actually really important that you show them this in real time. So you guys see this video here. This is a video that I recorded just showing, like Facebook ads that we generated for a client, over the last, certain amount of days. And this right here, we generated them $458,000 and we spent $86,000 in revenue. Okay, so we're showing them real-time results, and not only that, we're showing them the metrics that they care about. How much did we spend? How much did we generate? And exactly what was the ROAS? Okay, so this is what we mean by pulling out the receipts very quickly. You don't have to make this super long. Very quickly, within 30 seconds to a minute, glance over some results that you've generated, because that's just going to make you more authoritative, and it will actually put you in a better position for them to actually go ahead and book a call with you, which is the objective of this Loom video. I don't know if I mentioned it in the beginning. The objective of this video is not to sell your service. It is simply to sell the meeting. Everything that you do in this video is for the sole purpose to book a call. Okay, if you keep that in the back of your mind, you're going to be able to articulate yourself better when you're pitching your prospects. Okay, because a lot of people, what I realized is that I myself used to do this. I will make the video with the end goal of like selling them my service. No. Okay, I just want them to get on a call with me so that I can explain how we can do this to them. Because guess what? It's so much easier for me to close them on a call as opposed to over a video. Okay, when I get on a call with them, I can actually ask questions, see what their pain points are, and then figure out a solution from there. So last thing I want to mention on this is that make sure that when you are doing this Loom outreach, you have in the back of your mind that the purpose you're doing this is to actually sell the meeting, not the actual service. Now, step number 4.B, okay, 4B, if you don't have results, because I've shared this with a few people. They're like, well, great, bro, but I don't have results to show them. Maybe you're just someone that's starting out. Well, here's what I would do if you don't have any results to show. So if you don't have any results to show your prospect, you can leverage your competitors, right, your prospects' competitors to your advantage by doing the following. Number 1, you can research and make a list of prospects that are most relevant to your competitors. Number 2, you can use the Facebook ad library and see if they are running ads. Number 3 is for competitors who are running ads, you can use them as receipts, okay? And here, what you're going to do is you're going to show the prospects the different ads that they're running, from, the ad copy, the creative, the headline, so on and so forth. Let them know that they're leaving money on the table if they are not running ads. So very much similar to how we pulled out the receipts and we showed them that here's how much we spent, how much we generated over, the last yesterday's 7 days, 14 days, 365 days, so on and so forth. If you don't have results, you can leverage your competitors. Okay, you leverage your competitors' results, and you do this by showing them, different ads that they're running. Because most of the time, the business owner that you're pitching probably has not done research on their competitors, at least currently, and see the ads that they're running. So leverage that to your advantage, man. Okay, and show them that the ads that they're running. And the end goal is that you're telling them, look, man, here's what John is doing, and you're not doing that. There's a good chance you're leaving money on the table. And guess what? That'll pique their interest to actually go ahead and book a call. Now, obviously, if you have receipts, it's going to be significantly easier to book a call. Okay? Not everyone's going to book a call, but your likelihood of booking a call is going to be much higher. But if you don't have receipts, you have to work with what you have. If you don't have results, case studies, you have to work with what you have. What I've realized is this process that I'm showing you, which is showing them their competitors and dissecting their ads and letting them know they're leaving money on the table, is the best way to go about it if you don't have results to show for. Now, step number 5, breaking down why paid ads work. Okay, so essentially here what I've realized is that, a lot of clients, they think of ads as a waste of money, maybe because they got burned by an agency, or they try to do it themselves, or they just don't. It's ignorance, right? They don't know what they don't know. Well, what I realized is that we want to go ahead and educate them within this video as to why ads is a good idea. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how we do that. So most business owners know that in order to scale their business, they need to invest marketing, paid ads, marketing, and SEO, but they don't understand how crucial and effective it is to doing so. So if you ask any business owner, they know that marketing works, right? That you have to do marketing, right? But they don't know how crucial it is, again, because they might have been screwed over, or they tried to do it themselves and it didn't work. So after pitching many prospects, we realized that explaining this can be the deciding factor to them booking a discovery call with us, or simply ignoring our email. Now, depending on who you're pitching, educating your prospect on how you're able to generate them results goes a long way. Okay, so educating them on exactly how you can generate them results. Again, going back to the definition of a perfect cold video pitch, CPR, clear process to revenue. We want to go ahead and educate them on a clear process to revenue on how they can go from here to here. Okay. Now, here are a few ways we go about educating our prospects on Facebook ads. One thing you can do is you can open up the audience section and show them the best performing or relevant audience that you have set. So, for example, when we were running ads and, broad targeting wasn't the best thing to do. It was more of like niche targeting, and I was pitching Muslim/Arab brands. I would literally go into Ads Manager and I was like, okay, well, I showed you the results that we generated. I showed you what competitors are doing. Let me show you now why this works. And I would go into, the audience section, and I would show them, look, your end consumer is an Arab and a Muslim gal or girl or guy, okay? And look at this. You can target people based on topics that they like. So you can target people based on Islam, the Quran, Hadith, Kanafa, right? Like different foods, different countries. You can target them based on all these different topics that the person that I'm pitching is an Arab and a Muslim, and they understand. And then they're like, oh my God, that's so freaking awesome, right? I didn't know that you can target people based on these different interests. And the people that like these things are people that are my end consumer. So I used to find that this was a great way of doing so. Now, obviously, with Facebook ads, it's more of broad, if you will. It's generally more broad, but this can still work. Even if you're not using the audience section, the fact that you tell them, for example, with the creative, we're trying to reach an ideal audience, so we're speaking to an ideal audience. So this is why this works, because we craft the message to a specific audience. Second thing you can do is you can explain to them how granular you can get when targeting people on Facebook. So, for example, one of our clients used to sell clothing for people that are about to get married. And one way that I showed them how we can get them results was I was like, well, look, people that are engaged, you can target people that are engaged. Okay, they're like, wait, really? I'm like, yeah, they update their status to engage. Facebook used to have this feature, I don't know if it still does, honestly, but where you can actually target people who are going to get married. Okay, and for them, that was just like, it was eye-opening for them, because they're like, I'm selling products to people who are about to get married, and the fact that I can target people who are engaged is crazy. That is my ideal audience. So show them how really granular you can get. You can go a step further and show them that you can target by different age, right? Different genders, different political affiliations, right? And you watching this video, you're probably like, dude, that's basic information. Yeah, it's basic information to me and you, but guess what? The average business owner doesn't know this, To them, this is like mind-blowing, okay? And sometimes we're disconnected with reality, guys, okay? Sometimes we're in our own bubble as marketers or as aspiring marketers, and we forget that the average person doesn't know what we know, okay? They don't know that you can get this granular. I used to always assume when I was starting out, that everyone knew these things. And until I was like, okay, just like I don't know, specific things about, I don't know, like let's say knitting, for example, or ice skating or hockey. Like there's so many things that to the average individual who likes these things, they're like, yeah, I know what this is. This is basic. But to me, I don't know that, right? So you don't know what you don't know. And when it comes to marketing, these business owners are very much in that same boat. So the fact that we can explain how granular we can get with Facebook goes a long way, just like the example I gave you with a client that I had that had products for married people. And when I told them that you can target people that are engaged to them, that was mind-blowing. And to be honest, I think that was the deciding factor as to why they decided to move forward with us. Next thing is explain how Facebook has over 5,000 data points on every single user. If you guys have not watched the movie The Great Hack, The Great Hack, highly recommend you watch it, okay? It's a movie about Cambridge Analytica, which actually, funny enough, is where I got the inspiration for my agency name, San Francisco Analytica. I love that documentary. Now I don't agree with what they did or what they didn't do, but the idea is it was really inspiring to see how, you can shift. Okay, like these guys, if you guys don't know the story, I'll give you a quick gist of it. Cambridge Analytica was a marketing agency that helped Ted Cruz as well as Donald Trump with their election, okay? And through marketing, they were able to swing the election some points, which ended up getting Donald Trump elected. Now, whether it's right or wrong, Obama did this as well. Obama was one of the first presidents to actually utilize social media in an election, okay? So not to be political, but Obama and everyone else does this. Everyone else utilizes social media when it comes to actually running campaigns. The moral of the story is Cambridge Analytica, because they did a documentary on them, these guys really went into the psychology of the actual end user. So for example, for when they were trying to target Trump voters or people that are on the wing of either voting Trump or Clinton, they did this test, right? This ocean test, the Big Five. And they basically figured out, okay, who are people that care about gun rights, okay? Who are people that care about abortion? And those people that care about those things, they served them those ads. Why? Because Facebook has over 5,000 data points. And on top of that, Cambridge Analytica was also using, information that they got based on these tests that these people submitted. So when I watched that video for the first time in 2016, I was just like, whoa. I'm like, oh my God, this is so insane. Imagine if you actually use this for good, right? And that's exactly what we did. That's exactly what we do. We use the fact that we have over 5,000 data points on every single, US American user or, anyone in the world for that matter. Is insane, because if we have a client that sells a good product or a good service and we can leverage the data point of individuals to serve them good ads, good product, and a good experience, then I think we're doing something good. I don't think it's bad, okay? So when I explain to that, I like to do this on a call, on the sales call, when I do that. Obviously, you want to do it here in the video, but in the Loom video that you're doing to outreach. But on the call, I really delve deep into this. And this just blows people's mind, when I explain it to them, especially business owners. The fact that they have over 5,000 data points. One thing I tell my prospects when I get on a call with them is I'm like, how many things about yourself do you know? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, that, you're a female or you're a male. We know that you're, 35 years old. We know that you're married, 2 kids, all these different things. How much of these do you know? They're probably maybe about 300 things that I know about myself. I'm like, Facebook knows 5,000 data points on you. It knows you better than you. I don't even think I know 100 things about myself, let alone 5,000. So again, I digress, but this right here is insane. I like to explain this to clients because they're really just mind blown as to how powerful Facebook ads or, you know, any ad platform can be to actually generate them good results. Okay. And lastly, we go over how we can essentially target everyone that has visited their site, engaged with their social media, and watched a video. So again, this is probably very basic for me and you. Once someone you know, engages with any assets that we have, we can retarget them. Well, guess what? Business owners, they don't know that. Okay, they don't know that you can retarget. You know, not all, but you know, most business owners don't know this. Okay, so we like to mention that. So again, really here, the objective with step number 5 is we're breaking down why paid ads for all the reasons all the examples I just gave you as to how we go about doing that. The objective here is to break down why it works, because you and I might know it works, but the average business owner doesn't. Now, step number 6 is selling the meeting. So conclude the video with telling your prospects that you can talk about this for hours, but you respect their time, and you will end the video here. Now, here's how I personally end all of my Perfect Cold video pitch. Quote, now I can sit here and talk about this for hours, but I respect your time, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this short. If you would like to discuss this in further detail, I would love to hop on a call with you and discuss anything I mentioned here in more depth. That way you can go ahead and schedule a call using my Calendly link below. With that being said, I hope you got some value from this video, and I would appreciate your feedback on this video. End quote. So that's exactly how I go ahead and end my meeting. Now, just real quick, a couple of things here. I always end it with, you know, I can talk about this for hours, okay, but I respect your time, so let's go ahead and get on a call, okay? Just to let them know that everything that you like, obviously when they're watching this video, they don't understand that there's a system that we put together to pitch them. Okay, so we're hitting them with value, and then we're like, we can talk about it more, but hey, I don't have time to do this video, I don't want to make it longer, let's hop on a call. Okay, and we tell them you can do so by clicking the link below. Okay, now we don't just end there. What we also do is we just provided you value, Mr. Business Owner, okay? And we want you to reciprocate, okay? If you guys don't know, reciprocity, I'm pronouncing it wrong, but reciprocity is a bias, okay? If there's 2 double doors, right? We're going into the mall, there's a door here and a door here. You open the door for me to allow me to go in, and then I go through this door. I'm going to hold the door for you because you opened it for me. I'm not just going to slam it in your face. Very much what we're trying to do here, okay? We're playing into the prospect psyche. In this case, we're saying, with that being said, I hope you got some value out of this video, because clearly if they're still watching till this point, then for sure they got some value, okay? Either a ton of value, if not a little bit of value. Point being is they got some value. And then what we tell them now is we're like, we want you to reciprocate. How do we do that? We tell them, I would appreciate if you, I would appreciate your feedback on this video. Now, what do we mean here? We're essentially telling them, book the damn meeting, man. Book the damn meeting. Let's hop on a call. But guess what? Maybe they don't want to hop on a call. Maybe they don't even want our services. But the fact that we mention this here, I don't know the metrics, but I get people that reply back like to me, even if they're not interested. And why is that? Because they're like, man, this guy is so nice. You know, every other asshole agency owner is sending me a bunch of random ass emails, but this guy took the time to break down my website, my marketing, show me what he's doing for other clients, show me all these things. And he's saying that I hope I got some value. And all he wants is my feedback. The rest I can do is take literally 5 seconds to reply back to this email. Okay, so again, we're playing into that reciprocity. And even if they don't book a call, I've gotten some emails back where they're like, hey man, thank you so much for the video. We're actually good right now, but if we need anything, we'll contact you in the future. And to me, that is a win. Okay, like that's not a loss. The fact that I got them to reply back to me, now I know, okay, great, this business owner is not interested now. Maybe I can follow up with them in 6 months, right? Or a year, whatever the case may be. So with that being said, this is how we sell the meeting. You want to conclude the video with this right here. And I think this is the best way to conclude the video. Do not just end the video like that, okay? Don't record this whole thing to just end the video. It's kind of like how someone does a really awesome presentation and then they end it with, so yeah. Dude, that just devalues everything that you mentioned. You want to end the video strong, end the video with the reciprocity bias, end the video with, I can talk about this and more, but let's go ahead and schedule a call. Make a call to action, okay? So with that being said, that is how we sell the meeting. And as I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have this link down below. Again, it's gonna be the script, which is gonna give you the exact script step by step, okay, on what you are going to do. So we have the intro hook, leading expectations, authority, social proof. This video basically explains it all, and then the script is gonna give you the actual written copy. Also on the script, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be a link to a video that I sent to a prospect. So highly recommend you check that out if you want to see a real life video that I've sent to the prospect. That way you can go ahead and record a few of your own and then compare it to mine. So I think with the video example, with the script, and with this video training that I just gave you, if you record, 5 to 20 videos, you're only going to get better and better. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing you in the next training, because what I'm going to show you in the next training is how you can cut this 10 to 15 minute video pitch down to just 1 minute. How we're going to be able to automate this, and now it takes us 1 minute to pitch one client as opposed to 15 minutes recording the same video. That being said, I will see you guys in the next training.